Students at thousands of schools across the country have been walking out of school all morning long to protest gun violence. Here in Billings, all three of School District 2's high schools organized walkout events that begin at 10 o'clock. At West High, students split into two groups, with one joining for a prayer circle and the other chanting "Enough is enough." Near the end of the demonstration, both groups joined together before trickling back into the building. After weeks of organizing, the school district cooperated with students to make the protest peaceful. At Senior High School, students were chanting with signs in hand. A crowd gathered on the school's front lawn, with supporters honking as they drove by, along with parents and community members standing by on the sidewalk to show their support. The students ended the event with a moment of silence for the victims of the Florida shootings. Superintendent Terry Bauk said he was proud of how the day went district-wide. The 17-minute walkout comes exactly 1 month after a gunman killed 17 students and staff at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. That's where CBS's Nikki Batiste is with the latest.
Hundreds of students and teachers walked out of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School at 10 o'clock this morning in Florida.
If it's going to change anything, it's going to happen at Parkland because everyone's really powerful here, you know.
They gathered at the school's football field for 17 minutes, one for each of the Parkland shooting victims. Students here at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School say the goal is not only to honor those they lost, but to keep national attention on gun violence.
It's not an issue of age limits or an issue of just mental health. It's an issue of assault weapons.
This is what democracy looks like!
From outside the White House to Indianapolis, thousands of students took part in the nationwide protest. In Charlotte, North Carolina, students placed flowers in front of the names of each victim.
We want students to know that their voice matters.
Only about 2% of schools nationwide are taking part in the walkout. At Mastery Charter School's Shoemaker campus in Philadelphia, students feel the protests don't recognize everyday violence in urban communities.
It's not like the issue doesn't matter, because of course it matters. It's lives that just got lost. But at the same time, we're not cherishing all lives.
And the gun control protests don't end with the walkout. Many students are organizing voter drives, and the March for Our Lives rally for school safety is scheduled later this month. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, Parkland, Florida.
In many schools across the nation, students who walked out faced punishment, including possible suspension or detention. The ACLU of Montana has sent a letter to the Office of Public Instruction and Montana School Board Association urging them to support students who wish to engage in planned walkouts. In its letter, the ACLU reminded Superintendent Elsie Arnson and school administrators that schools cannot ignore First Amendment requirements. The organization also said it may take action if students participating in the walkout face a more severe punishment than a student who was simply ditching class for any other reason.